This is John Mulligan with Search Engine Strategies New York 2008. I'm here with Nancie Freitas from Contstant Contact. And Nancie, you just got out of a great little session that told CMOs what the most common and worst common mistakes that people often make are. Now, one of the major points that you brought up was the one where people have blinders on and they don't think outside the box with their search marketing campaigns, right?
That's correct. So typically people only measure their search campaigns on the ROI or on direct response. And as a lifelong direct marketer, I did my first cost-benefit analysis at the age of 14, so it was really hard for me not to see anything other than a direct response. But the search channel is really, it's quite valuable in multiple forms. It can be used as an information feeder or opportunity finder. You can use it as a test bed for learnings on messaging for your other channels. And you can also use it as a brand statement, buying words that aren't ever going to convert because it's too far away from your true value prop. But if you want to declare yourself as a leader on a particular issue, then you can buy some search terms along those lines as well.
Yeah, I remember seeing the McCain campaign start to buy up abortion-related words and things like that. Talk a little bit more about like the research side of search, because people amazingly enough don't think about it in all its potential depth.
So let's take geography, for example. The engines will provide you with which search terms are most frequently sought or searched in different parts of the country. So we know that the term HTML email is usually a more savvy, a tech-savvy person, and they're a little bit further advanced on what we mean by the category of email marketing. So we learned through some of these, by getting into the engines, that those terms are searched on more frequently in San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, and Austin, Texas, for example. So we actually put additional marketing efforts in those geographies in an offline form and saw our search traffic increase and our business increase as a result of it.
I see. Now, one last point. You spoke about actually branding with search marketing. Now, that can get really expensive really fast. How do you know where to draw the line on that?
Always start, one of the first mistakes that was noted in the panel was that always start with a goal in mind. Always have some metrics around what your goals are, and then drive towards that. So your branding goals could be, I want X amount of traffic, and that X amount of traffic is going to yield so much engagement. If you have some idea of what that means, then that's going to be what you drive towards, and you don't overexceed it.
So even though you're moving away from direct response, it's not as though you're giving up on the hard numbers, right?
Oh, you can never walk away from measurement. You can't. Measurement is what keeps us all honest. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's an ROI measurement, but it could be a brand statement measurement. It could be a cost management measurement. There's always forms of measurement, and in my opinion, when it comes down to marketing, everything needs to be accountable, period. There's really no room for discussion on it.
Thank you, Nancie. That's a hardcore numbers head for you, everybody. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you. This is John Mulligan from Search Engine Strategies New York 2009. Stay tuned for more.